Radio Nova.
Seriously addictive.
All right, so who's looking forward to Simple Minds when they come back to the Olympia? You've seen Simple Minds before, right?
Yeah, June 7th and June 8th, they're back in the Olympia.
Oh my God, they're so good. There's a little twist on this tour, though, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah.
It's a kind of an acoustic-y kind of thing. We'll get into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But kind of an acoustic type thing.
You know, we had Jim Kerr on the phone with us the other day, and when we were talking to him, he was back in Glasgow, where, of course, it all began for the boys. It's his hometown. We were sort of asking, was it important for him to be at home spiritually at, you know, where it all began again for Simple Minds?
Well, that's a great. It's actually you're really hitting something there, because where I'm talking to you from just now is 5 minutes drive from where I went to school, where Charlie and I went to school, but 10 minutes drive from where we grew up. Because Glasgow, a bit like Dublin in the centre, is not that big. Yeah. So you know, everything's within. So that obviously brings every day. There's this. It's the thread that's gone through our lives, or certainly our young lives, this whole area. But the actual rehearsal room that we're in, the studio, is in the famous, or rather infamous, Gorbals in Glasgow. The studio is like a converted. It was a railwayman's social club.
Oh, right.
And that's where you didn't have to be a railwayman to go in there, but that's where all the families went to drink and have a good time. And you know, there was weddings there and parties there, and that's where the Celtic supporters bus left from and all that, right on that corner. So the point is, every day going there to work, you're really back to the roots in an absolutely physical sense, and obviously a spiritual sense as well.
So June 7th and 8th, you're coming back to the wonderful and the beautiful Olympia Theatre. You have said previously that you love it there, but this time around, is it just you and Charlie totally stripped back, or is it going to be like the album with the band and all that sort of stuff?
Jesus God, it's you see, this, just to put give you the lowdown on this, the idea of doing an acoustic album and set came up as far as 20 years ago, Simple Minds, maybe even more, back in the heyday of the Unplugged albums, MTV and all that. And although we were always intrigued, we never quite fancied it, because one of the hang-ups, there was a few, but one of the hang-ups was precisely what you said. I think there is, when you think of acoustic, you think of it, you know, a couple of fellas sitting on stools and some little candles, and very stripped back. And you know, depending on who you are, depending on who's playing, that'd be all right for a few songs. But you know, how are you going to make that last for an hour and a half? And certainly in the case of Simple Minds, where music is based on drama and dynamism, and
the tunes are big.
Atmosphere is big.
Yeah.
Well, we went about it our way, and we've gone the opposite way. I think there's 6 people on stage. Far be it some, you know, intimate evening, some sort of sleepy thing, as powerful, as dramatic, as joyous. We've only done 2 or 3 gigs so far as kind of the showcases. People sang every word. People jumped up and down. It's pop. It's rhythmic. It's dancey. All the things that you really wouldn't think of when you think of acoustic. So I beg people not to think that it's going to be some sleepy old evening. It's going to be hot and sweaty.
The brilliant Jim Kerr. I love chatting with Jim. He just paints such a great picture. I can see, I've never been to Glasgow, but in my mind, I'm there when he talks about that stuff, right?
Like, he's a lyricist through and through, isn't he? Like, he just has a way with words.
Right.
What a nice dude.
All right, Jim Kerr of Simple Minds, they're coming in again. It's the Olympia. We have some tickets for you up for grabs. We'll give you a shot at those after 9 o'clock today. But I guess this is the kind of thing you're going to get, in case you haven't heard any of the acoustic stuff from Simple Minds, from the acoustic album. This is someone somewhere in summertime. Nice day outside. This will sound nice on your radio. This is Nova.
Seriously addictive.
Radio Nova.